What's going on, everybody? ChromeOnRust here. It's good to be back. Some of you may have heard that I was going to be moving. Some of you may not have. So thanks to all those who have stuck around, and thanks to all the new subscribers. Really do appreciate it. There is going to be more content to come in the future, not to worry. I just ended up finding a full-time job and slacking off playing some League of Legends. I think I got to like Silver 3 in the solo duo queue. Nothing great, but maybe I'll get into more of that at the end of the video because this one is about Diablo 3. So I've been working on this chart and I've been gearing out my Witch Doctor. But this is a collection of data from Act 1. Most all zones are going to be tested, I'd say about 90 to 95%, somewhere in that area. I missed things like Development Health because that is a very rare spawn. Let me pull up my shoddy notes here. And Highlands Cave and the Leoric's Hunting Grounds. It's also one zone that I know that I missed. Now, each chart is going to represent data from 15 runs unless otherwise noted. So it's going to say right here, total 15 zone clears. Or also, let me just scroll over to show you what it's all about. Total 15 zone clears, and then me averaging them out. So divided by 15, this is what you're going to be seeing. But per hour is really what you're going to be wanting to look at because that's how you're going to compare the old Tristram Road to the old ruins. You look at the per hours and you can see that 39 million is definitely going to be greater than 26 million. Now, I do want to note that I was farming with an Archon Wizard. It was on MP3. I wanted sustainable damage. In Archon, you can pretty much dish out constant damage, not have to worry about losing resources or, getting knocked back and all that. So Archon Wizard is what I thought would be a pretty good way to test this. I had 114% bonus experience, give or take 6, somewhere in there. I was able to reduce the rubies in my helm to lower my experience because I did level up about 14 or 15 times. That's why I have this give or take 6 there. So I'm gaining experience and I'm also gaining damage. So I had to do the same thing with the gems in my gear. Just take out some intelligence, put in a shoddier gem, and I'd have around 140k damage. Now, what I did go ahead and test and why it did take so long is I was taking a look at experience. I was keeping track of elite kills. Let me just scroll down to this one because there's actually some numbers. Stacks of Nephilim Valor. Now, Stacks of Nephilim Valor is going to be a total of your elite kills. It's going to be a total of events, and it's going to be a total of resplendent chests. Now, you see here, Whimsyshire has pinatas. They do not have resplendent chests, and they do not actually add to your Stacks of Nephilim Valor, but they're like the Whimsyshire version of the resplendent chest. So maybe they're going to add stacks to that. I would kind of hope so in the future. It's not one of the best zones to go ahead and farm if you look at the per hours and everything. But there's also going to be shrines, goblins, resplendent chests. Now, I took track of events with no purples, events with purples, and then just plain purples. Because the Diablo 3 expansion has been announced. Yes, I do know about it. This is my first time talking about it. I want to have a video. That'll probably be what the next video actually is going to be about, is the expansion of Diablo 3. Just talk about some things that I'm excited about, some things that are going to be coming up. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's why I took track of those. Now, like I said, 140k damage and everything. Now over here, top 5 zones for experience, top 5 zones for elites. So basically anything you see in this top row here, you're going to be able to go over here to the right and take a look at the top 5 for those. Now it's going to be the same thing throughout here as you scroll down. It's the exact same top 5. There's nothing different or anything about that. I just know you're going to be scrolling up and down a lot. So I just wanted to go ahead and have this chart pretty much everywhere to eliminate a little bit of that scrolling. Now, some zones that I want to go ahead and talk about. One set of those zones is going to be the defiled crypts. Now, you never know which crypt you're going to be going down into. So I kept track of each 4 individually with the crown. That's the one that you have to do to actually complete the game. Defiled crypts with no event. Now, that one's pretty short, but it does have a high amount of stacks of Nephilim Valor and elite kills. Jar of Souls event, Lord Dunhild event, Lady Dunhild, same thing, and all crypts. Now, this is the one that I said that's going to be more than 15 zones or times that I cleared it because I added up those 4 zones that I cleared 15 times for a total of 60 clears, and then I averaged them out and gave you the per hour as well. So that's going to be something better to look at than these crypts individually because you never know which one you're going to be going down into. But I still wanted to share the information and everything with you. Now, Decaying Crypts, you can see there's Decaying Crypts level 1 only, then there's Decaying Crypts, and they're both in the Fields of Misery, and then I cleared level 2 on this one as well. Now, the trade-off is going to be You're going to get more stacks in Death and Valor for going down into level 2 because there's going to be an event and there's going to be sometimes a shrine and a resplendent chest down there. So if you want more stacks, go down to level 2. If you want more experience, stay on level 1 and then just teleport out. Now, this was on MP3 like I was saying, so these numbers are going to be much more drastic. You see there's like a 9 million split here roughly. If you were playing on MP10, this 9 million split, let's just say you were getting like, I don't know, we'll just say 10 times the experience, even though that's not true, for example. Let's say you're getting 10 times the experience in these zones, well then the gap is going to be 90 million instead of that 9 million. Or if it was only half of that, it'd be 45 million now. So that's just something to keep in mind. Another one that I want to talk about, Warrior's Rest is really good. It's really short though. You can see here it's only taking me an average of like 22 seconds per run. But per hour, if you were just constantly keep running the zone, you'd be getting lots of stacks. You'd be finding lots of shrines. So that's just something to keep in mind. But like I said, you're going to be able to go over here to be able to find those. Now, the one zone that I was having trouble keeping my Archon up was the Southern Highlands. Now, what I would do for this, if my Archon were to fall off, but like I said, this really was the only zone where it would fall off. If I did run into a zone that I was doing just fine and it did happen to fall off, I'd probably just reset it. But this is the one zone that I just could not keep Archon up. So I would, if I saw Archon was about to fall off, 10, 15 seconds and there were no mobs in sight, I would just stop my character, stop my timer, and then when Archon was back on cooldown and I could go ahead and pop it, I'd start my timer up and just continue on with my run. Now the other one here is going to be Leoric's Manor and Courtyard, and then just plain Leoric's Manor. Now the trade-off here, once again, more experience if you only do Leoric's Manor, but you're going to be getting way more elite kills and a lot more shrines if you go ahead and throw the Courtyard into the mix as well. So that's kind of some trade-offs that you're going to have to go ahead and look at. Now there will be a description or a link in the description to this, so you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. I'm not going to go through everything. This is kind of something you just got to kind of take a look at the numbers. But like I said, you can go over here if you are just looking to farm for the top 5 zones. I guess I need to show this start line just so you can see. I have the start line and whatever your per hour is going to be. But start line, you scroll over here, there's going to be a start line at the top of every one of them. So if we wanted to find the Decaying Crypts over here at 163, it's going to help you out a little bit. It's what I was hoping. That's what this system's for. So you go up to 163, and then where you can see Decaying Crypts. You're not just like shuffling around these because they're not in alphabetical order. I wanted to leave them in the order that you actually encountered them in the game. So that's pretty much going to be it about this video. Like I said, did end up moving, so got everything pretty much moved in. Almost done with that. Ended up getting the full-time job. That's pretty cool. But League of Legends, I'm like Silver 3 in the solo duo queue. I've been having a lot of fun with that, so there may be some more content about that to come in the future. I don't know. You can let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I know a lot of you pretty much are just stuck on Diablo 3 or probably playing Dota 2 because, I don't know, people don't like League of Legends, or it's the most played game I hear, but then there's like the people who would rather just play the Dota original or Dota 2 or something like that. So whatever, it's all preference. It doesn't matter to me. But League of Legends has been a lot of fun and everything. And the next video, like I was saying, is probably going to be about the Diablo 3 expansion. I do want to try to come out with a video like every other week at least, so about 2 a month. If I can get them out every weekend, that's what I'm going to shoot for, is on the weekend sometime. That would be great, but I don't want to make any promises or anything. Well, like I said, it's great to be back. I'm ChromeOnRust for Core Expert Gaming. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I'm out here, and you all have a great day.